story time on how I met my mom by finding her on Facebook, y'all. This is a fucking crazy fucking story. There will be different parts only because I'm not good at talking, especially straight on through. So y'all gonna have to bear with me, okay? I know people be
I fuck with them pictures back there. Them pictures hard. I fuck with those.
saying that a lot in their videos, but you really gonna have to bear with me, okay? Anyways, so it all started. And ho, is you cool? Cause make sure you hit that motherfucking follow button, okay? I know I'm taking too long to get in the video, but I got ADHD motherfucking D, okay? And I need some D. But anyways, that's not the point. Let's get back to the motherfucking story. Okay, y'all, so growing up, I could not have like a Facebook. I didn't have really like a phone, a tablet, anything like that. So the only way I was able to get on the internet, right, was with going with my stepmom to her classes, and then while she's in class I will be sitting like in their library. So boom, one day I'm like, this is like something like I just want to know how my mom looks. Like, I just want to know. Like, that was my biggest thing. Like, I didn't even care for really talking to her like that. I just really wanted to know how she looked. Like, did she look like me? Was she brown skin, dark skin, long hair? You know, I just wanted to know, okay? So, boom. So, yeah. I'm trying to make this story as short as possible because this is a long story. But, yeah, so I had went on Facebook and I searched up her name. Growing up, my grandmother always told me her name and the names of my brothers and sisters and shit like that. So boom, my motherfucking curiosity gets the best of me. So like 13 at the time, I'm like, how did my little ass find your grown ass? I mean, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking, you feel me? But it was just really because I had a different, like, my Facebook name. So yeah, my Facebook name wasn't my actual name. Their names were their actual names. So I had to think like, well, maybe that's why I was able to find them. But anyways, so at this point I'm just talking to my siblings. They're asking me different questions. I'm asking them like, where's mom? Because like I want to talk to her, I want to meet her, stuff like that. And I think my mom did message me back. I don't really remember what she said, but she was just like, yes, I'm your mom, like we've been looking like for y'all, whatever, because it's me and my brother too. And so we, you know, have our little conversation. I don't remember how the conversations went, but all I know, remember I told y'all, right? My dad didn't want us nothing to do with our mother, right? So we get home, we're walking from school, and we see a note on the gate, right? On my grandmother's gate. So me and my brother already knew, like, fuck, I hope this lady did not leave a note on the gate.
So wait a minute, does she know her dad? She knows her dad. That's who she living with? I'm confused a little bit. Was she adopted? I forgot. Fuck.
So I just looked at part 1 to my video, and I just realized why I didn't tell y'all the background of my dad and how I did not even know, like, about my mom.
All right, thank you.
So I just remember, like, I didn't really start really asking questions until, like, it really got around, like, Mother's Day, and I would ask my dad, like, where is my mom? Like,
Okay. She fucking with her dad. She living with her dad. All right.
you know, and he will like say the excuse like, oh, your mama left you, she dropped y'all off and she never came back. Like, that's the story that I always heard. So talking about my mom was like just like saying Voldemort to my dad. Like, he didn't want to hear nothing, he didn't want to answer no questions or nothing like that. So that just made me more even like, what's really going on? Plus my dad was, you know, he had his own issues and his own problems going on, so I just didn't fully believe his story. So mind y'all, I told y'all that she left a note on the gate. She also left another note on my great grandmother's car, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know, it kind of bothered me a little bit because it's like, you knew where I was all this time. Like, I didn't even know nothing about you, and it's like, you put in notes on the gate and stuff like that. So it was like, what's really going on? Like, I just did not understand nothing that was going on. I promise y'all, like, I just did not understand, like, the whole concept. Like, she knew where we was at, leaving notes, and I don't know. I know about the note that was already left at my grandmother's car. We only see the note that was on the gate. So we were able to put that shit in our pocket so we can read it later on, and we never said nothing to our dad. But he already knew, like, the shit that was going on. Like, he was telling us like, oh, or I mean, he wasn't even telling us. We would just like hear him, like we would ear hustle a lot, like, oh, they mama left a note on they. Basically, my great grandmother called my dad to let him know that, you know, my mom left a note saying that she want to see us. And so he didn't tell us about it, but we had already knew. Like I said, we was ear hustling. We had already read the first note with it said that, you know, she want to see us with her number on it and shit like that. But like I said, we didn't say nothing because we shouldn't even be messaging her in the first place. So y'all, now I have the phone number. I'm finally about to hear my mama's voice. Like, I'm just so excited. So I never told anybody about me and my mom, not even my grandmother, about like me having her number. So I would just sneak the house phone and shit from my grandmother's house, and of course call from *67 because lady, you not about to get me in trouble. And so I would just call her and just be talking to her and shit like that, you know, just being sneaky and shit, you know, and just, you know, catching her up on shit that I like and her telling me baby stories of me and shit like that. So fast forward, y'all, I was 13 around the time, and my dad ended up losing custody of me and my brother, and my grandmother had to, you know, be our guardian. So with our grandma being our guardian, we still was having social workers come by, talk to us, you know, the whole nine. And our social worker asked us, you know, if we get in contact with your mother, would you want to see her? And I'm like, of course. Like, that's what I've been waiting for this whole time. And y'all, I only knew about 3 or probably 4 of my siblings from my mom, but there was, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like 12 of us, and I only got to meet probably like 5 of them. So yeah, we set up to meet our mom. Like, I think we like planned to meet at a mall. I think there was like a couple times where she flaked and we was like, you know, disappointed a lot. But when we did finally see her, you know, I don't know what it was. It just didn't feel like everything that I hoped for or dreamed of. Like, it just wasn't like what I thought it would be, if y'all get what I'm saying. And another crazy part, when she introduced me to somebody, y'all, my name is Janae. Well, that's what I always went by, Janae, right? She introduced me to somebody, right? She was like, this is my daughter, Janae. And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I thought my name was Janae. She was like, girl, I know what I named you. I'm like, what the fuck? Fast forward to like now, when I asked my dad, like, why you been calling me this name? His response is, I don't know. But anyways, back to the story. But so yeah, so you know how I said like my grandma had guardianship of us, and then so when my mom started coming back around, you know, she wanted to have us in her custody. And I'm not gonna lie, me and my brother was giving her the runaround, acting as if like we wanted to live with her, but we really didn't, because we've just been through so much with my dad already, and then her not even being there for us, and then my grandmother had been in the whole time. We just felt more comfortable with staying with our grandmother. So I think that kind of like upsetted her in a way where like we stopped communicating like for a long time. Like, she'll hit me up on Facebook like every now and then till this day, and you know, I still haven't seen her like within years now. And I had 2 kids. My oldest is 5 years old and she has not met her grandkids. So yes, I did ask my mama the big question on how like my dad was like the only, you know, parent that we had. And her response was, yeah, she did drop us off, but she was trying to come back and get us, but my dad wasn't going for that. And my dad supposedly sicked some dogs out on her. And my dad is very much the Lulu, so I mean, her story pretty much adds up in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. And but when I asked my family that was, you know, with them during the time that they was together, their responses was like, and I never knew my dad to be on any type of heavy drugs, but maybe back then he was, because this was a story that I heard. I don't know how true it is, but and then my mom told me the story too, that my dad got my mom hooked on drugs, right? And when he wanted to stop, she wanted to keep going. So like, I don't know if that has caused him to like really get his shit together for his kids. I don't know. I feel like everybody, has a trauma story here, and I don't hate anybody for it. I've been moved past the situation. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm not what is it? Going through childhood trauma or anything from that. I mean, I may be a little and I might not notice it, but I don't hold them accountable really. But that does include my story time. I do appreciate everyone that did listen to my story and was telling me to get on that motherfucking part 3.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. I definitely thought, oh, it's time for me to pray again. All right, so we're gonna pray as soon as we get off. The story is over, and it's time for us to pray. If y'all don't know, I got an alarms to tell me when to pray, multiple times a day. But make sure you do that, y'all. But dang, it's unfortunate that that's what I was gonna say. I definitely figured that there was probably some drugs and something like that involved, and then I was like, damn, why didn't the mama, you know what I'm saying? Why did the mama leave, But obviously her and the father was going through some stuff. The mom say drugs, so it probably was drugs. She said her dad kind of crazy, but I'm glad she don't have any trauma or anything like that. And it's unfortunate that she grew up without her mom. You know what I'm saying? I think kids need both, man. You need that father love and that mother love. You know what I'm talking about? It's not mandatory though, but it's good for the kids to have both, especially a mom though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers can grow up with no daddy sometimes and be alright sometimes, But shit, a mama, damn. You know what I'm saying? So that's unfortunate. And I definitely don't think that the damn mama should be mad because the kids didn't want to go back with her. Like, the mama don't really give a fuck about her kids, for real, for real. That's what it sound like to me. Moms, she don't really give a fuck about them kids, for real. Because, like, even today, you should want to, go and see your nephews. Go and visit your daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's your daughter and your son. Like, So, that's unfortunate, man. But we heard, from what we hear, that mama don't give a fuck. And that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But, like I say, we can't help the cards we dealt in life, So I'm glad she turned out all right, though. She just said she needs some D. Holy. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rock with me, man. It's your boy Ray, Big Play Ray. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you haven't done so already. I don't think I told y'all. I just got right into it, this video. So smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all know I appreciate y'all, and you know I love you. Yeah, you. If you ain't looking at me in the face right now, if you listening to me, I love you. Peace.